Natera okutolera nteredde singa check microphone 1 2. rest 16. Test.
Baba nnyo baba. Tebamanyi okutya ku mwezi. Ayema.
Check 1 2 microphone. Check microphone 1 2. Yes, good evening, dear lovelies. You are welcome yet to another live stream brought to you by the Satellite Media YouTube channel. We are live at Addis Sport Kireka here in the heart of Kireka, of course, off Namgongo Road, 200 meters from Shell. For those of you who know Kampala Jinja Highway, you are welcome to a money match between, of course, Uganda Arafat versus Emma Nagwere Ryan. Emma Nagwere is an Addis Pool Club player. Actually, he's at his home ground, whereas Uganda is one of the shooters from Jinja. You are welcome to the match. The match is looking a little bit one-sided. We want to apologize for the absence of audio commentary. We have been trying to battle out to have the music reduced, but unfortunately our requests are in vain. Now imagine the pain a streamer goes through when you are doing work, and of course you are sure that it is going to be copyrighted. The endeavors, the efforts may have not worked out to reach out to those that are concerned with playing background music. However, we shall not stop to credit Addis Sport Pool Kireka as one of the best venues that one can visit during a Monday, Tuesday, a Wednesday, bit a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, plus a weekend of a Sunday. Dear lovelies, my name is Richard Travis of the Satellite Media, and immediately after this match we shall be having Asiku Junior taking on Lucas Buma, whom he is to head start with a +3 in a race to 16. Asiku Junior will be, of course, facing the Greater Mityana Pool player under the management of IBK. Wherever you are, kindly get closer, as this match that started an hour ago is taking shape, climaxing currently at 14-4 in favor of Assassin, as he is nicknamed. The Assassin, in the name of Uganda Arafat, is taking Emma Ryan by the horns. Actually, Emma Ryan at his very own venue. He has never faced such kind of a challenge. He has been playing money matches here. He played Rick Rose. He has been playing very many actually players. I will be updating you on the money matches he has played in this very arena. The first loss he had was a loss between himself and Sam Mohoz, but today he must be facing it tough. He must be sneezing, because every shot he is making is not paying off as expected. The fans of the Assassin Uganda Arafat are all clapping, their heads are all up, expecting a win, with the 7 frames left of them for Uganda to win the match, and Emma Ryan needing all of them 17. It is literally quite impossible, but anything is possible on the green bed. Allow me go through your comments here very quickly. Advanced Talent Agency, I think this is Samantha Rogers saying an egg will work. Kawaida Shot Assassin, you are in support. Thank you very much. Mugisha Moses, Ryan is too weak to compete with Uganda. I think he measured his strength and felt that he now has the nerves to take on the Assassin himself. Like the live guys, Kawaida, thank you so much. And of course, like the guys, it's only we can give back to Satellite Media. Your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscriptions are the gifts, just like Kawaida says, for me as a streamer. Thank you so much, dear lovelies. I can also see LJDA, nice shot Ryan, he's appreciating. He says Ryan can pick up. He won their game in Jinja, and I believe, thank you for giving me this update. This is a rematch, which I had fallen short of. Yes, Wamaluku Robert, tulikuchiwa no, was Assassin head started? Not at all. They started actually from 0-0, and I want to remind you that by the time I started streaming, the match was a 7-4. I mean, it was 7-3. So literally from 7-3, Assassin has spotted 7 blacks, whereas Emma Nagwere Ryan has only potted 1, and he is on the verge of bringing a 15th for himself. That is if he pots the yellow and manipulates cue ball, which is in straight line with the black to be potted bottom right corner pocket. The shooter, the assassin himself, I think he's using a very short pistol, a machine gun. He receives an applause from his fans that are in the arena. The ginger shooter. Of course, we have been only knowing about Mulo. Mulo also came to this very arena. He played a money match and emerged a winner. Emma Ryan must be facing bloody nose with the ginger best players, because he has barely picked a win from either of them. Yes. Mlonga Alex says yechaye. He's resented. I don't want to believe that, because of course this game needs a little bit of calmness. 15 on the manual scoreboard and currently updating to 15 on the digital scoreboard. Timothy Kasango, Assassin Akarubye. West Patrick, first and foremost, Emma Ryan, how are you? Thank you for sending shout-outs and greetings to him. There is someone called YouTube Sux, says loud and clear. Noagira Victor, I know the pain you are going through. Which level is Ryan? That is Oshra Blaze. You're asking. Kindly keep the vibe, keep the comments, keep the shout-outs. Please, you don't feel ashamed to mention where you are watching from, as Emma Ryan attacks to maybe bring a 15th for himself in this race to 21. Welcome once again. We are trying as much as possible to do what we call noise cancellation. Otherwise, the music in the background has affected our first commentary as we tried to make sure that it is reduced. Thanks to anyone who has put in an effort to talk to management. Maybe they are to comply. We shall be grateful as the satellite media. Very great shooting now. Emma Ryan needing to pot with a roll of the yellow to the top right corner pocket. Cue ball bouncing off. If he applies a little bit of right spin, but of course he has to be very clinical, not to yes, that was the shot I expected him. Cue ball bounced off cushion naturally. Now he has to manipulate it once again. He can decide to play with the right spin on the cue ball, avoiding a contact with the red that is frozen on the top cushion. Remember, when he gets contact onto that, the cue ball will get frozen, will lose power and will not be manipulated. Or he can decide to play with the left spin. You see, cue ball almost got into contact with the red, and fortunately he used a little bit of power to have it move backwards. Now aiming for the black for the 5th time. He is on target. However, it almost got jawed and remained in the pocket. That is 5 for Emma Ryan. He requests for a short water break, actually to freshen up himself and maybe stretch a little bit, revisit his notes and come back. Dear lovelies, in the timeout requested 1 or 2 minutes. Allow me again. Ask, there is Valeria Crash. You are asking, they are racing to 21. It is captioned in the video and it is also on the digital scoreboard and the manual scoreboard. Thank you for watching, Valeria Crash. Mr. Kelly, Emma Chibumba. Mwana asasini akarubye, asasini gumba, asasini gumite, asasini atambudde, asaze Kiyira, asaze Nairo, asaze Amabira, ayise Lugazi wuyo mukono, azze kukima wini Kireka. Yes, we want to thank him for that improvement. And actually, if their match was won by Emma Ryan in Ginger, Assassin must have done a lot of training to come at Emma Royani's home ground to pick this win. Actually, when you see the difference between the scores, we now have 15-5. That means he's ahead of Emma Royan by a full 10 frame difference. This is evident that the match at one time had subjected Emma Royan to being a spectator or a one-sided match, as we can see from the scores currently. We are expecting another money match immediately after this one. We shall be having a one Asiku Jackson, who won the Chikolomongo tournament of yesterday, the Super One, where the winner took 900,000 Uganda shillings, and I believe Asiku Jackson is one of the richest young players in the country. That tournament, the Super Chikolomongo, donned some big guns that we know. Of course, when we talk of players like Maku Tanga, Emma, Black Sheep, being part of those that participated yesterday. He got position number 8. The likes of Lucas Buma, the likes of Mukisa Habat. I am not sure whether he played, but being a weekend, I didn't stream. I know he could have played. There is Dangote, Ronnie Hunter, there is Dembaba, to mention but a few. If Asiku Jr. can manipulate and maneuver in a double live tournament, and in case that match is to happen, we shall be giving you feedback before we close this stream. Timothy Kasango, you say you believe Emma Ryan will need a rematch? It is very okay, like in Kenya, where we are having Ishmael Mtetswa. Whenever he loses, he said he doesn't need to play a single match and the player runs away or the opponent. For him, he feels he's in Kenya to look for money, he's in Kenya to play pool. That's why he now needs a set of 3 for every player that he feels he should play. Yesterday they had a rematch with the Uganda CD1, Joseph Kasozi, and he emerged the winner. Thank you for your support always, and thank you for being lovers of pool. Uganda, we are blessed to have a multitude of pool players, and don't get surprised if Bwani Kamansur also, within no time and the computer, go and visit Kenya and invade the country of the East African. I meant the East African community. Yesterday, Caesar Chandiga, Ibrahim Kayanja, Simon Ruburwa, and Bwani Kamansur played a 4-man comp organized and fully sponsored by the Advanced Talent Agency, which was held at this very arena. Thanks to manager Hakim and the CEO of the Advanced Talent Agency for having given the players that glimpse and that experience of the international 8-ball rules. Computer emerged the winner in the round robin. Computer won 2 matches, winning Bwanika Mansur and Kayanja Ibra. Kayanja Ibra didn't win any match. Those are just updates. I am not insinuating anything. And then Bwanika Mansur also won 1 match. The wins were 3 for Computer, but the major one was the final that he won against Caesar. The scores 21-16. The players are back on table. The break has been a fair one by Assassin himself. He's contemplating closing the table, and I believe he will fancy potting and closing with the reds, which look a little bit well spread, closer to pockets, other than the yellows that may have a problem yellow border that is closest to the reds, bottom left. That is Nagwere Emma now being invited by a miss of the Assassin. This is becoming clearly evident that the comeback might not happen. It is really becoming a tough one, a tough night, a tough evening for Emma Nagwere Ryan here at his home ground. Of course, the ginger best player, Uganda Arafat, in the names of Assassin as he is nicknamed, has stormed Addis Sport, and he is giving Emma Ryan a bloody nose. Someone in the comment section says come back loading. That is from Addis Sport WhatsApp group. I can see Emma Yasose kunywa waini, that is AZ. I doubt whether it is true. And of course, when I get back to your comments on the YouTube stream, thank you very much for watching. Someone called Timothy Kasango is saying for him he doesn't understand how Caesar and Kasozi are playing nowadays in terms of results. Please just believe the comeback will be bigger than the setback. Welcome once again. The match is in continuity after a short time out between these two players. It is now Emma Ryan in attack. He has, of course, a little bit of problem yellows. He will be playing to pot either bottom left first, because cue ball is not very natural for the other two yellows that are in the center of the pocket, and I believe now it's the very reason he's inspecting the table. Maybe he needs to manipulate cue ball, play with a stand and open up the pocket, but he now changes. He decides to pot to the bottom right corner pocket, plays with a stand. Cue ball is not frozen on the rail. He will be now rolling the yellow top right. I believe he will only be rolling, not to pot, because once he pots, unless he does it with a very perfect draw shot, he will not be having sight of the other yellows. He now needs to put the cue ball where he's placing the cue, maybe play with top spin to ensure that cue ball bounces off the top rail, but with minimal power, so that it positions itself in the middle. He plays and positions the cue ball where he actually measured. That means Emma Ryan is class. Potting to the bottom left, unfortunately, it is a miss. The way Uganda Arafat has jumped off the seat is very indicative that he needs to bring a 17th for himself in frame number 22. He plays to occupy the pocket literally, meaning he wants to make it very difficult for Emma Ryan to pot his yellow that is closest to the bottom left corner pocket. Now with a little bit of equation. Is Emma Ryan, what is he thinking of playing right now? Maybe he's thinking of potting the yellow into the center pocket on the right. Maybe cue ball being manipulated with a stand, which I don't believe is okay. He's going for a bank shot. Bank shot, playing the yellow by bank, maybe to pot it. Oh, unfortunately, it's a miss. I think it was good use of the brains. He needed an off ball of the red that was closest to the pockets in the center right, but unfortunately he played too much of it. The angle was too wide, and we had his yellow now on the rail. Not direct. He will need a very perfect cue ball for that potting of that ball. Semanda Rogers, you're saying an egg will walk in Uganda nti ejjiri jja kutambula, si kyoyogedde naye Roger violence yaki ani akoze ebintu ebyo There's some fans now here who feel they should comment with some sounds. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't allow that. It's a very professional stream. The frame is going to be played for a little bit of longer time. At exactly 17 minutes to 9, we anticipated that this match will have ended by 9, but I think Emma Ryan still wants to make his comeback by taking the match a little bit longer. However, now the assassin is with another second visit on the table, and I want to believe that he will not have another third one if he plays for attack. That is it. He will need to clear the pocket, maybe first bottom left, have cue ball in space, and then the rest will be a formality with his ability, his clinicality. But where is cue ball moving to? Cue ball is a little bit a problem, but I think he can recover. He can recover. That was one of the reds that was a problem. He plays it with the top spin, cue ball moving a little bit forward, just like that. The rest, he believing that it's a formality now for the Ginger best assassin. Good recovery. Look at how the Ginger best player is unfolding his poetry for us to watch, for us to see. Those live at the arena and those on the YouTube stream. That is 2 cushions. He will be now putting the black for easy, the bottom left corner pocket. That is the assassin. (17-5). This is a disciplinary committee, I want to believe. The judgment is very tough on Emma Ryan tonight. It is at this very moment, if you are not very sporty, if you do not have the sports mentality, the guidance, the expectations of the games, of the results, of the outcome, it is a time where you begin to think that maybe the Lord has evaded you. Look at this snooker now. The man is playing very technical, very tactical, and very effectively. He only goes for attack when it is necessary. Emma Ryan will be responding with the same, giving the assassin cue ball, which is not very fine, but I think it is suspect cue ball may be potted. I want to thank Caster for having taken initiative to talk to the one playing the music. You are a darling to the sport, Caster. Thank you, management, and thank you for having at least heard the cry of the streamer. I am informed that now the music has been lowered. Therefore, Yes, the coarseness of the voice due to the noise cancellation effects or settings will now be removed from our microphone to have at least an ambience from the background, from the clapping of the crowds, from the racking of the balls, from the hitting, the potting, and so on and so forth. Now, Emma Ryan, the home best player here, the right-hander, Kireka's seed number 2, as he normally ranks himself. I don't know whether the ranking is from any recognized entity, but he normally says he is Kireka's finest number 2. Emma Ryan being taken down now by Ginger. Ginger's assassin. It was Mulo who gave him a bloody nose from Ginger, and now he is facing the assassin also, who has given him a very tough evening. Of course, Sam the poet, also Sam Muhoz, could have given him, I remember very well streaming that match on this very channel, he also gave him another hard test, another hard nut to crack, just like tonight. Innocent, welcome to the stream. You're saying you're watching from Ntungamo. Kindly send shout-outs to the people of Western Uganda. Yes, Addis Sport has very many people from Western Uganda, and I would like to send shout-outs to them. Those watching from Oryx Gardens and members of Oryx Pool Arena, those from King's Sport, Lucky, Wereberry, ATA Advanced Talent, all Africa Pool players, to mention but a few. Those that are watching from Roxbury Chiwanga, Ultimate Killer Zone. And then we have Eternal Pool Arena. And there is, of course, Boise City Pool Arena, and very many arenas in the country. The Sharpshooters Arena, King's Sport Pool Arena in Tebe, Pool Garage, Victoria Billiards, all of them that are watching and those that will watch this match later, you are most welcome. This must be a 6th for Emma Ryan. If he puts the last yellow bottom right with the cue ball bouncing backwards, it a little bit wanted to refuse, but I think later on the ball thought and said, no, let me get potted for Emma Ryan to bring a 6th for himself. Now score update, 17-6. Literally, Emma Ryan needs 15, as Assassin needs only 4. And according to the way he's shooting, unless something happens tonight, some odd thing happens on this very green bed, maybe a jama, as Kayanja Ibrahim normally says, and Sechibule Vicent, it will only be 4 frames away from the Assassin's win. Emma Ryan to break frame number 24. Dear lovelies, there is no head start in this match. The scores are exact 6-17 with no head start. It is just a better evening for the Ginger's finest shooter and a hard one for Emma Ryan. given the position of the cue ball, it is actually very hard for Emma Ryan to make a pot here. Cue ball is literally not in any direct shot to be valid for a pot. That was class, that was good use of brains, and that was good recovery. Emma Ryan now in attack mode. Having won frame number 23, he wants to win frame number 24 to extend his lead and reduce on the gap by at least 10 frames. My dear, cue ball moves further, literally making it impossible to have a cut to the center on the left. Emma Ryan looking very disappointed. He must produce a mercy here. Maybe trying to carve cue ball to have the last red potted. Otherwise, oh dear, my God, everything that Emma Ryan is trying to do on the table is coming out with difficulty. This is very unfortunate, evident that the evening isn't his to have a dance. Oh my dear, oh my God, oh, what a miss. He fouls, and now the assassin has got 2 shots. Ate assassin oyagala kumegga atolume, tomegga n'oluma munnange, saasira, beera musaasizi. Ebyo bye bigambo ebiyinza okuba nga biva mu bawagizi ba Emma Ryan mukadde kano. He goes off cushion and finds the black. Now the assassin, I think, just know the house, the fans are all ignited. They are all in top gear. They are all full of beans. Actually, even speaking Lusoga, bali kwogera Lusoga wano baana baidinda basaze Kiira. I want to send shout outs to all of the Basoga that are watching from Jinja, from Kamuli, from wherever. Now the assassin has failed to get a target. The name assassin now comes short. Emma Ryan must aim precisely, must shoot as the sharpshooter. From long range, he misses and misses big. Oh my God. Now cue ball in the resting position may not be very good for the potting of the yellow that is bottom left. Otherwise that would have been a done and dusted game. Now the assassin will now be cocking his gun to make sure that he pots the yellow and have the last pot of the yellow that is bottom left. But I think he wants to begin with it. No, he changes his mind because the cue ball is literally jawed, practically making it impossible unless he masses the shot. Yes, from my viewing angle, and I want to believe that from your view. From your viewing angle, you can evidently see that the cue ball is gold, so he can't play the yellow that is bottom left. Now he's going for the one to pot, top right corner pocket with a raised bridge to make sure he's comfortable with the shot. Those shots are always a suspect. Now look at this. Isn't this luck? This is luck. Let us see his luck with the cue ball now being brought to the bottom left, and again the yellow is frozen. I thought he would go for a big shot, a hit of them, a difficult one, but he has decided to play patiently, to have a wait. And now Emma Royan must respond as an experienced player, as one of the dependable players of Addis Pool Club. That silence, the silence in the house and the noise in the house are all at the same time taking place. The noise from the Assassins team, Emma Royan unfortunately pots the black and the cue ball at the same time, making it a loss of the frame. The umpire in this match tonight isn't Waswa Bena as he normally does the umpiring. Tonight we are having Omar Moses in charge of the 18-6 match. Rest 21, Emma Royan banking the red. If he's accurate, then he will be good to go. If he isn't, then there will be another reason for him to worry, because the assassin is unforgiving tonight. He looks very determined determined not to even allow Emma Ryan make a 7th as he plays, cannons the yellow and brings it in space. That is good use of the opening shot. He pots and still has cue ball in control. He will now be potting bottom left corner pocket. Cue ball may be played with left spin, bouncing off the rail, and yes, it is positioned, I beg your pardon, for the potting of the yellow to the right or left corresponding center pockets. The assassin chokes, the assassin inspects the shot, the assassin now aims, the assassin will be counting 1, 2, 3 and will be potting to the left center. Now with 3 of them yellows left, the assassin will be, I think, potting the third last one to the bottom right corner pocket, and then cue ball will be natural for the potting of another yellow into the center on your right, and then the rest will be a formality for the 19th frame. Now he will need a recovery here because the cue ball is not palatable, not very juicy, although the yellows look very juicy. It's the cue ball that may not bail him out for this clearance. Allow me to talk to one of the fans from Ginger who have escorted the assassin here. Sebo nkulamusiza amanya gaffe nkulaba obuwagizi buli waggulu amanya go Sebo
Ferdinand Eric
amanya go
Ferdinand Eric
oviridde wa leero
viridde Jinja oli mwana musoga bulungi ino
olusoga olwogera
bulungi ino
era musazeewo nti bwe musaze Nairo timujja kuyikiriza kasente kusigala ku kwadiizi
bulungi ino era tulidde nga tuli bakambwe
ndikwenda otumire ku abali ku live eno nga bona bava Irinda bava mu Busoga bali mu Kampala wano endo obatumireku era bw'obaayo n'omuntu wali special twala akakisa kano omutumireku
ntumira kuko Mulo Spino nabo abazani ababeidanga eno baturepresentinga bulungi era abo bentumire
kati njagala ombalire y'abasambi nga 3 mu Jinja bwe bomanyi nga 5 bomanyi nti bamaanyi basobola okujja ku Addis wano ne bateekawo embeera yonna oba Kampala ku musambi yenna wano mu ggwanga.
Tulina oyo mwennyini ali kuzanya
amanya ge
asasini ne tubeera ne Mulo Mugabo Sairasi Mulani nange mwennyini
naawe kennyini Ferdinand ntera okulaba kiki kyosinga okweyagaliramu buli lw'oboozanya pool gwe kyowulira kyeweekakasa kukuba shoti mpanvu kusala mipiira kutambuza njeru kiki abantu bategeeze kubanga kuno ku live kuliko bamaneja bali mu kulaba abantu baagala okumanya omusambi kyono bwe tuba twagala omusambi akola kino mu ttiimu yaffe tumugjawa abantu babuulire gwe ekyokulwanyisa kyo kyekiriwa
ekyange kyekituufu zo longo lwengi nkanyugamuuko nga tebuli kasenge
obusenge obwo bukutawaanya okay. Ate assassin olowooza akozesezza kakodyo ki okusobola okubanga ku ssaawa zino ali ku 19-6
talikolamu nsobi ali kulumba gemu nga zigwawo bulungi ate n'omukisa ate leero tulinamu
gw'omukisa nkiraba kubanga Emma Ryan ne bw'aba ateebye bbulaaka ayinza okwesala kati raba frame ng'eno amenye munna ali ku 19 naye ate enjeru agiteebye
leero twaze nga tusiibudde waka twasiibudde abatuzaala bataata ne tufuna emikisa wonna
ate bujagaali
bujagaali naye twagenzeeyo kyomanya twasolozezza emikisa gyonna
mwaleese jama
byonna
okay weebale nnyo ssebo tweyanziza mpozi abantu abali ku live baagala okumanya mameka botambudde nabo abali mu kuwagira assassin ga Luganda Arafat
tulinga 8
tumenyereyo abantu nga 3-4
waliwo Kaweida Musa ne Alan Nsubuga.
Okay. Kale tuwebale nnyo ssebo, tweyanza nnyo tweyanzege. That has been one of the fans, one of the support teams that have escorted the assassin who is currently leading Emaroyan by 19 frames to 6. Thank you, dear lovely viewers, for watching the match. Assassin now needs 2 of them to win the match, as Emaroyan needs 15 of all of them left. Out of the 15 plays, Emaroyan, he must play all of them and make sure that the assassin doesn't win any of the 2. However, as I see by the positioning of these balls, assassin may be bringing a 20th for himself. This match has been a one-sided one. As I said earlier on, he is playing like he is in a disciplinary committee. He is playing as if Emaroyan has committed a crime. Plays, pots. No, doesn't pot. He packs his red onto the pocket. This one now needs a very clinical combination shot, which I believe Emaroyan can play. But again, he has played and given 2 shots. Unfortunate of him. Now, those are the unforced errors. If the confidence is quite low that a player can commit on the green bed, he would have at least tried a combination. The judgment from his fans would have been a little bit less. But now, the potting of the yellow and fouling at 19-6 is very evident that he might lose this match. I want to thank the management of Adiz for always making this place a clean one of the cleanest arenas that we have in this country. The arenas that are welcoming, the arenas that are very hospitable is Adiz Sport. Adiz Sport is located along Namugongo Road off Shell Petrol Station in Kireka, and it is just close 200 meters on the 2nd floor of Keisha Motel building. Assassin is in trouble. Assassin now needs to go off the top short rail to make sure that he finds his red, or rather off cushion to make sure that he plays his red. If plays by potting, then he will still have no sight of the black. Look at this shot, very accurate shooting. Just like I said, that he will need again another shot to find the black. Otherwise, he is snookered. Not really, not this time, maybe any another time. Emaroyan must utilize now this chance to open up the clustered yellows and maybe have a clearance. If he doesn't, it will be a 20th being stolen away from the assassin. I mean, a 7th for Emaroyan being stolen away. There would be 20th frame for the assassin. Emma Ryan, after being distracted by the fans, has conceded the match. You don't want to call it throwing in the towel, but he has accepted the defeat and conceded the match. Now final score is 21-6 in favor of the Assassin. Thank you, dear lovelies, for having been patient with us for all of this time that we have streamed this match for exactly 2 hours now and 1 minute on the screen. The match that started at 7-3 a little bit now is of course confirmed to have ended. I want to give you a short update if the Asiku and Lucas's match is taking place tonight.